David Anthony Burke, known professionally as D4vd, is a 21-year-old American singer who rose to prominence through viral success on TikTok before signing with a major record label. In April 2026, he was arrested in Los Angeles County and formally charged in connection with the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a case that began in September 2025 when human remains were discovered inside the front trunk of a Tesla registered to him after the vehicle was impounded in the Hollywood area. The discovery was made after workers at the impound lot reportedly noticed a strong odor coming from the vehicle, prompting an inspection that led to the recovery of decomposed human remains, later identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a missing 14-year-old from Riverside County. Her identification triggered a homicide investigation that quickly focused on Burke due to his ownership of the vehicle and alleged digital links to the victim. Following the discovery, law enforcement executed search warrants on Burke's residence and electronic devices, including phones and cloud storage accounts, and investigators began reconstructing a timeline using digital communications, location data, and forensic analysis. Prosecutors later alleged that Burke had an inappropriate sexual relationship with the victim while she was underage, and that this relationship was central to the events leading up to her being unalived. According to the prosecution's theory, the victim died in April 2025 after visiting or meeting Burke, although the precise circumstances remain disputed and will be determined through trial proceedings. In April 2026, Burke was arrested by the Los Angeles Police Department and charged in Los Angeles County Superior Court with first-degree murder, lewd and lascivious acts with a minor under 14, and mutilation of a body. Prosecutors also filed special circumstances allegations, including that the murder was committed in connection with sexual abuse of a minor, that it was intended to prevent exposure of criminal conduct, and that it involved premeditation. These allegations significantly increase potential sentencing exposure and could, depending on future proceedings, make the case eligible for the death penalty. Burke entered a plea of not guilty at arraignment and remains in custody without bail. Court filings outline the prosecution's theory that Burke was involved in an ongoing illegal sexual relationship with the victim, and that her death was directly connected to that relationship. Prosecutors allege that she died after arriving at or being with Burke in April 2025, and that steps were taken afterward to conceal the crime. These alleged actions, as described in charging documents, include claims that the body was dismembered after death, and that remains were manipulated and stored in ways intended to delay discovery, including placement in a vehicle trunk. These details come from the prosecution's filings and represent allegations that have not been tested at trial. A post-mortem examination by the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner reportedly concluded that the victim died from multiple penetrating injuries and that dismemberment occurred after death, establishing homicide as the manner of death. These forensic findings are expected to be central evidence at trial and are being used by prosecutors to support their theory of intent and concealment. Separately, prosecutors have stated that forensic analysis of digital devices seized during the investigation uncovered communications and data relevant to the timeline of events. They have also alleged the presence of child sexual abuse material on accounts associated with Burke, though the defense disputes these claims and argues that the evidence is being misinterpreted or taken out of context. Burke's legal team maintains his innocence and has challenged both the interpretation and admissibility of key evidence. As of 2026, the case remains in the pre-trial phase following the April 2026 charging decision. Burke continues to be held in custody without bail while both prosecution and defense prepare for evidentiary hearings and eventual trial.